Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It'll be the Denver Nuggets facing off against the Milwaukee Bucks. And now let's toss it over to Kevin Harlan with the rest of the 2K crew. I'll catch you at the break. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, fans. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It'll be the Portland Trail Blazers facing off against the Brooklyn Nets. And that'll do it from the studio. Let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports broadcast crew at the arena. I'll see you back here at halftime.
Some call it the Mecca of basketball. New York City, the scene for tonight's game. This is NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Coming to you on this Tuesday night. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for the Trailblazers, they've got Jones. He'll be battling over the boards to get the job done, both on offense and defense. Then it's Nelson, and it's Hickson in at the 4 slot. And for Brooklyn, Bonner is out there with Johnson. And inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Jones, and it's Millsap in at the power forward.
Guys, now with the Nets and the Knicks both playing in New York, it's just added to the rivalry that was already pretty strong to start with. But it's interesting, if you're from Brooklyn and you grew up rooting for the Knicks, who do you cheer for now? It's probably divided some households, a lot of rivalries in families alone. It should be interesting as this team takes further root in Brooklyn.
And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. Moore outside, and there's the pass to Hickson. Millsap's there. Hickson kicks to Moore. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. And back to this Knicks-Nets rivalry. The Knicks, Clark, are considered the more established dominant team, but over the last decade, the Nets actually had the better winning percentage, and it might come as a surprise to some. Beating the Knicks when you look at games head-to-head. Clark have had more playoff success.
Yeah, when you crunch the numbers, clearly the Nets are considered the upstarts, but the fact remains over the last decade, as you said, Kevin, they've been the better team, and I think whoever you root for, with both of them playing at a high level, it's a great time to be a Hoops fan in New York.
Well said, it is. He feeds it to Nelson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the three, and the shot is good. Moore's got the first bucket of the game with the three for the Trailblazers. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, the head coach for the Portland Trailblazers gave me just a couple of minutes. One of their harder tasks in this game will be finding a way to slow down the explosive scorer, Joe Johnson. He said there isn't any one answer, as Johnson can and will play so many different roles in an offense throughout the course of the game. He said he can initiate plays as well as finish plays. We'll just have to make sure we don't lose track of them. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris. Offensive rebound. The second chance effort. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Well, Hickson is a strong, athletic big man out of NC State. He can definitely finish around the rim. And I think he's improved his offensive game the last couple of years as well.
Yeah, he sure has, Steve, and he's an aggressive player. Loves to throw the ball down and get over the defense whenever he gets inside. He's trying to tear the rim down, which is always exciting.
You know, at 33 and 49 on the season last year, the Blazers were well below 500, but they were a 500 team against the Eastern Conference.
And Hickson drops them both. Portland, as you said, was 500 against the East last season. They were 15 up and 15 down. You know, you look at how other teams with that record fared against the East, and Steve, 500 isn't bad.
Well, usually when you finish 16 games under 500 for the season, as the Blazers did, you don't go 500 against either conference. But, you know, they happen to just have a good matchup, apparently, with a lot of their Eastern opponents, and they did pretty well.
Now Nelson, after the missed three from Jones. Fires the three. Kick out to Moore. Holcomb, defended by Bonner. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
On the wing, Jones. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jones has got his first 2 points of the night. Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Nelson. And they will call over the back on the play.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards. But, you know, you got to be smart, too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
It's the Nets now. They trail by 1. Johnson kicks to Jones, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
Eight seconds left here in the first quarter. Smith kicks to Lewis. With 2 seconds left, the shot misses. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play.
Well, for the Portland Trailblazers, a new training staff hired over from Oklahoma City. They let go of their previous trainer who'd been with the team for 19 seasons. You know, fair or not, I think the seat got hot after all the injuries that were really devastating this team.
Brooklyn trailing. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, a quick turnaround for Jason Kidd from a player to head coach. Many felt he could still be playing if he wanted, but he said, quote, "My biggest fear had always been getting hurt and not being able to leave the game on my own terms." It worked out well for him, and guys, just like his playing days, always thinking a few steps ahead.
You bet. Thank you, Doris. And for the Blazers, statistically the most injured team in the NBA, Clark, from 2009 through 2012.
And the new training staff is advanced in not just injury treatment, but injury prevention. And that's key, using strength bands, recording baseline measurements for muscle strength and flexibility, even using Eastern medicine. So they're not leaving any stone unturned.
The Nets on offense. They trail by 1. Back to Jones. Pulls up. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Jones is gone. 1 of 3 shooting so far. Lewis outside. Now the feed to Smith. Back to Lewis. From the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Lewis has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers.
And up and down season for the Nets last year, and the playoffs were just more of the same. They ended up getting knocked out by the Bulls in the only first-round matchup that went to 7 games.
Here is Bonner. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Well, back to the Nets in the playoffs. They lost a game at Barclays early and looked to be on the ropes down 3-1 after 4 games, but they did well just to steal one in Chicago and force a Game 7.
What a strange series that was. The Bulls made that miracle comeback behind Nate Robinson in 1 game and then ended up going on the road to Brooklyn and winning Game 7. What a disappointment for the Nets in their debut season in Brooklyn.
Irving's checked in for the Nets. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, guys, Portland had one of the worst benches in the history of the league last season. You know, they didn't get much contribution there. It was almost like they went into every game playing 5 versus 12.
Now, here is Smith. Lewis dishes to Smith. Back to Lewis. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, I tell you, that's outstanding determination to track that rebound down and fight his way to the bucket for the throwdown.
Clark, that is the effort they're going to need for the rest of this game.
And not just on the offensive glass, Kevin, but all over the floor.
Here's Johnson after the made shot from Sims. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, as Clark was talking about when referring to the Blazers, the bench scoring was a big problem for him as they didn't have anyone really outside their starting 5 that Steve could be counted on for 7 points or more a game.
Yeah, look, the NBA game is 48 minutes long. It's tough to survive for those full 4 quarters when you have no offensive punch off the bench. But I think this offseason they added a lot of firepower, a lot of scoring in reserve, and we'll see if that makes a difference for this team this year.
Johnson hits them both.
You know, one part of Joe Johnson's game that tends to get overlooked, guys, is his ability to create space with the dribble. He's got great size, and that ability makes him the potent scorer he is.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And for Joe Johnson, as you mentioned, Clark, great size, and he's comfortable, truly, Steve, from shooting anywhere on the floor.
Yeah, and whether it's a spot up or off the dribble, he can go either direction. He's so strong, excellent ball handling ability. But I think he could do a little more damage inside if he chose to. He's got the body to be a good post-up player.
Here's Smith. 1:06 left to play here in the half. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. J.J. Hickson last season was 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. He says, quote, all gas, no brakes. That's the way I was taught to play the game. But he says he's much more than just a hustle guy, adding that calling him that takes away from my overall game. I can shoot, I can make basketball plays. He did improve his jump shot last season, and at 25, he has plenty of room to grow, guys.
Well, as his shooting comes along, that's a great way for him to really find his niche, Doris. Thanks. So it's Brooklyn now, after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And again, it's the Nets missing.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Hansen. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 6. Lewis with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Well, you look back at a season ago, this is a club that made 78% of its shots from the free throw line, so very comfortable with that strike.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And he makes both free throws. With 1 on the clock, and the jumper is good. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Joe Johnson showing us a beautiful stroke right there.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 4. And coming up now, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll return with the start of the third quarter in just a while.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And a fun game going out in the borough of Brooklyn. Thanks for joining us. The Trailblazers have been rolling along. Their defense has really been something to watch. Play after play, stop after stop. J.J. Hickson playing impressively so far. They aren't exactly eye-catching numbers, but don't be fooled. He's came to play, and he's leading them towards a victory in this one. And still hanging in there, the Brooklyn Nets. Defensive rebounding, a big problem right now. They just can't control their own backboard. Joe Johnson with a disappointing first half. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated. That's all we've got here. Now, back to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Nets trail by 4.
The Nets had a really solid debut season in Brooklyn last year. They made the big move in trading for Joe Johnson, but they also made some small adjustments that paid off for him as well.
Now here's Millsap. Jones for 3. Can't hit. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Off the screen. No good off the front iron. Clark, as you said, a lot of people thought they would just be a top-heavy team with their starters doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But, Steve, they got contributions from all around.
Well, they didn't have big-name players on the bench, but they had some guys like Blotch and Evans who were kind of under the radar, but came in and played very well for this team a year ago. Now, of course, you got big names across the roster for the Nets.
Here's Holcomb. Joe Johnson pulls it in.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Bonner passes to Jones. Johnson kicks to Jones. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Jones has got the first field goal of the second half for the Nets.
Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades of coaching experience, Kevin. This is his 6th season overall as an NBA head coach. Remember, he coached the Hawks as well as the head man. But I thought did a nice job with Portland last season.
Holcomb, defended by Bonner. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Moore. That 3 off the mark.
3 straight misses here to start the second half. Well, you know, it's still exciting to come here to the Barclays Center, this beautiful new arena, and you really like the fact that it's built to showcase basketball. Terrific sight lines, everything the fans could ask for.
Now here's Johnson. Millsap kicks to Bonner. Pass to Lopez. Feeds to Bonner. 4 on the clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. You talk about the allure of the new arena, Steve. Even when teams are staying in the same city so often, a push is there for a new arena.
Yeah, that's the reality of the business. It's all about entertainment. It's about being cool. It's about kind of the brand. And I think that's where Brooklyn really made that huge jump last year. It was just the uniforms and the arena and the fan base and being in Brooklyn. It all came together, and now it feels like a world-class organization. Well, a lot of basketball pundits, so to speak, would like to eliminate lottery pick protection outside the top 3 from trades. They feel it gives teams too strong an incentive to tank. If you look at the Blazers last season, they owed their pick to the Bobcats if it was 13th or lower, and they finished the season 8-26 after going 500 at that point. So maybe a little suspicious.
Now here's Jones. 5 points in the game. No good on the triple.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Exceptional play to take the bump and still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it and look to finish the play right there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. The Nets have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And you look at the numbers, guys, this team shot a 73% clip over the course of last season.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Now here's Moore. Inside. Out to Nelson. Nelson left side. On the basket by Jones.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Nets trailed by 3. Here is Bonner. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. The dish to Johnson. Passes it to Bonner for the tie. Portland grabs the miss. Moore's got his third rebound on the night. For three, Nelson. No good. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Trailblazers leading by 3. Nixon a screen. He dishes it to Nelson. 6 on the shot clock. Moore. Here's Holcomb. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Millsap's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Jones drives in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Jones at the line for 2.
That free throw missing. And the Nets making a change here. Lopez is checked in. And he sinks the second.
They'd have loved to cut it to 1 there, but they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
Moore outside. Hickson. Oh, trying for it. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Here's Moore. No good on the quick 3. Brooklyn trailing. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Jones against Jones. Here's Lopez. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. That's the first. That narrows the gap to 1. The Trailblazers making a switch here. tied up with that one.
Well, you can't say enough about his composure in big moments. He's as cool as they come, guys.
Moore outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 to shoot. Holcomb defended by Bauer. Count the bucket.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 2. 1:24 left here in the fourth quarter. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. Despite the deficit, he told his guys, I've got confidence in you. We've had our backs against the wall before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, can they retake the lead?
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jones has checked in. .124 left in the fourth. Kicks it to Johnson. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here is Bonner. Back to Jones. Dishes to Millsap. Shot from 12. And he gets the jumper to drop.
They have finally fought all the way back to even the score. We're back to square one. Whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
Kick out to Moore. And the pass to Nelson. 6 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot on a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, they had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot attempt.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they got the clock stopped.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Extreme confidence at the line. That's how you win close ones.
Bonner kicks to Johnson. Jones laces one from 3.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Portland no good that time either.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Lopez. Good!
You know, they got a foul to give here if they need it.
Well, definitely something to keep in mind for them right now. They can be very aggressive.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Trailblazers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Moore can't knock in the three. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're losing by 5. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. To end the run, knocks down the trifecta.
Neither team having any trouble putting the ball in the basket.
Nope, nada. I mean, we haven't seen much defense either. I mean, both of these teams really locked in to try and outscore each other.
2 shots. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. We both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Holcomb. Buries it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Allen saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan player of the game, Paul Bilka.
Hoops, and it's next. It's the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Toronto Raptors. And now let's turn it over to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke at the arena. I'll have more for you at halftime.
And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside my broadcast partner, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. First, for the Lakers, Damian Lillard out there at DeRozan. And at the center position, an impressive combination of size and skill, the 7'1" Spaniard, Marc Gasol. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Love in at the 4. And for the Raptors, then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Higgins at the 4 slot.
You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Marion outside with the lead pass. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
One of the oldest players in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Now, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Love outside. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Shot's good. Love's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And, Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
You know, the expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and, of course, Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
Here is Lillard following the 3 from Rudy Gay. And Lillard kicks to Leonard. Back to Lillard. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Gasol. Rejected by Jeffries. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Marion with it. Lillard picks him up. Marion kicks to Gay. Rebound Love.
Well, for Kevin Love, guys, last season, in my mind, the most trying of his career. I mean, he broke his hand going into the season, came back, and then broke it again. He ended up playing only 18 games for the season and never really found the rhythm at all.
Now, here's Lillard following the shot by Rudy Gay. Lillard attacking. There's the bucket. Good.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving us. It's attitude with him.
And the Lakers making a change here. Rager's checked in. And Kevin Love, known for his great dedication to training in the offseason. He actually broke his hand doing knuckle push-ups. I remember reading the story so clearly with that training staff.
Yeah, he was doing it with the staff at the time. And maybe they take those out of the regimen. Come on.
That's right. Now here's Marion. Pass to Brooks. Back to Marion. Here's the floater. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
The Raptors have been in the rebuilding process for a while now, and even though they still didn't crack the postseason, they were able to do something they haven't done in several years. Win more than they lose here in Toronto.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Randolph is checked in, and it's Green in for DeMar DeRozan. That's good from Marion. And it might seem like such a small accomplishment, but going back to what you said, Clark, about the Raptors, that they are a young team, and it takes small steps like that to climb up the standings, you know, this year to year.
Yeah, no question. I mean, unless you have a once-in-a-lifetime or at least once-in-a-generation type player in the draft, you have to do it with smaller steps, and that's what the Raptors are trying to do.
Now here's Marion. After the miss from Damian Lillard, and Patterson kicks to Marion. Back to Patterson. Marion outside. There's the three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here is Lillard from deep. That misses. Would have kind of had it gone in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Raptors lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
The Lakers trail. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, remember, Kevin Love was the 5th overall pick back in 2008. And through hard work, he's transformed his body and expanded his game. He said, I love people telling me what I can't do, telling me this is your ceiling. I think all kids in basketball should never put a limit on themselves. I was able to get out of my comfort zone, and because of that, I'm a much better player. Not only physically, but mentally as well. Kevin?
Yeah, his great skill level has always been his edge. Thanks, Doris. Green kicks to Lillard. Left tray. Can't hit.
Well, you know, everybody figured that it was going to be Anthony Davis running away with the Rookie of the Year last season, guys. But right from the start, I mean, out of the chute, Damian Lillard showed that he was going to be making a serious push to receive that Rookie of the Year honor.
Shoots from 12. Granger misses.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Passes it to Green. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Raptors with the lead. Well, you talk about the hot start for Damian Lillard. He reached 400 points and 140 assists in 22 games. Only 3 players in NBA history, Steve, have reached that mark in 22 games or less.
It's incredible the way you pull that stuff off the top of your head.
I know.
You know who the other players were?
I bet it's some pretty good names.
Yeah, Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas, and Allen Iverson.
It's pretty good.
I pulled that off the top of my head.
That's lofty company.
Sure is.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Marc Gasol's checked in for the Lakers. Edwards comes in for Daniel Green. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Well, let's start with the positive in the Lakers postseason. They did make it. That's all that can be said is their dramatic passing of Utah and the Rockets down the stretch to take the 7th seed was really the lone highlight of what would be a quick exit from the playoffs for them.
Rejected by Gasol. Edwards with it. Kicks to Lillard. Pass to Edwards. Wide open. And he overshot that one, missing. Going back to the Lakers, swept in 4 straight by the Spurs, and none of the games really that close. Spurs, Steve, just dominated them in every sense of the word. Injuries didn't help either.
No, they didn't help, but the Spurs just outplayed whoever was on the floor for L.A. And I think a lot of people thought the Spurs would be a good first-round matchup for the Lakers, but that notion was quickly squashed. San Antonio just totally dominant.
Now here's Randolph. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 5 to shoot. Edwards passes to Lillard. Rivers sets the pick for Lillard. The Lakers rebound. Feeds to Gasol. Granger covering. A second chance effort, and it's Gasol getting it to go.
Tough matchup there defensively. He just doesn't have the height or the length to bother that shot.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Lakers ahead, leading by 3. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Center in downtown Toronto.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to the halftime report with a close contest going on out at Air Canada Center. The Los Angeles Lakers in front against Toronto. Garbage points making up the difference, and right now they're sweeping the streets. Damian Lillard is their top scorer. They're also happy with the numbers put up by Kevin Love. And there's no quit in the Raptors. They came to win. They've been making smart passes, protecting their possessions. Fundamental basketball's a beautiful thing to watch. Rudy Gay getting it done early. By himself, he scored over half of his team points. What does that tell you about this guy's ability? And that's all we got for you here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
You know, it appeared to be another season where the Raptors would be near the bottom of the league, but while the terms rock bottom and embarrassing floated around, they made some moves and were able to go on a run to climb towards the middle of the pack.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, the Lakers barely squeezed into the playoffs last season. Despite that, they had the largest luxury tax bill in the league, almost $30 million, more than double the next highest team in the Miami Heat. So, maybe one silver lining for them with Dwight Howard deciding to move to Houston? The team won't have to shoulder the even more punitive taxes that began this season. Kevin?
Good point, Doris. Thanks. Brooks misses. Well, we all know the trade for Rudy Gay, the major move coming last season for the Raptors. They were able to get a look at the playoff scenario at times. And, you know, Steve, it looked like they were much more competitive down the stretch.
Yeah, this is a team that has struggled the last few years, but I think that spark near the end of the regular season gives them hope. And now it's time to start that climb, get back into the playoffs, and continue to build and become an excellent NBA franchise, because they have the potential to do so. Well, Kevin, he's extremely adept at creating his own shot. You know, we got a lot of catch-and-shoot guys in the NBA, but players who can beat you off the dribble and score are tough to come by.
There's one other thing about him that I like. It's how easy he makes it look to change his shot in midair, and usually with defenders all around him. Because of that, it's really hard to block one of his shots.
Well, you look at the Lakers' struggles last season, I think it surprised most of us. Some of it was injuries. Part of it was just a lack of production off the bench. Then there was the inconsistency of the coaching and just the number of different people who were on that bench. So it's a difficult season for the Lakers.
And you look at the struggles of the Lakers bench last season when injury struck. They didn't have the players really to fill that void.
Yep. You know, Kevin, I think for the Lakers, the bold strokes for the star players have been impressive, but it's the fine details of finding undervalued role players. That's where they've been lacking. Once injuries happen, that was thrown into sharp relief. And really, even when healthy, to win a title, you can't just have a great starting five. We know that. You need another 4 or 5 players you can count on to give you quality minutes.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, no team likes to have their first-round pick belong to another team. It gets worse when you're a lottery team yourself and you're trying to build your talent base up. But the Raptors' number 12 pick in this summer's draft went to one of the elite teams in Oklahoma City.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Well, Clark, as you said, the Thunder got the Raptors' first selection this last year. Only the way the Raptors would have been able to hang on to it was, Steve, if they jumped up to the top 3 in the lottery.
And as bad as it might seem for the Raptors to have not had a first, I mean, and it is bad, it was as good as any other time for them to not have a first-round pick because the draft wasn't deep, and the Raptors have a lot of young talent already and that they can make improvement with.
Lakers leading by 4. And Lillard kicks to DeRozan. Gasol. And it's sent back by Jeffries. Marion outside. Back to Brooks. Brooks gets the screen from Higgins. Brooks kicks to Gay. Back to Brooks. Marion. No good on the 3.
You know, you take a look at a lot of the guys in the NBA who get a bunch of steals, and most of them will gather a fair amount of fouls because of that aggressiveness and that gambling style. Not the case with Kawhi Leonard, who has about a 1-to-1 foul-to-steal ratio for his career. Pretty impressive.
Clock at 6. Here's DeRozan. And again, the Lakers no good. Raptors trail by 4. Gay with it. Lillard picks him up. Back to Gay. He feeds it to Brooks. The three-pointer, no good. And Kawhi Leonard, Clark, you mentioned his knack for steals. And Steve, you shaking hands with him moments ago. He's got huge hands.
Yeah, it almost hurt. You know what I love about him, though? He's got a nose for the ball. You mentioned the big hands and helps him to be a great rebounder, but he just always finds his way into the play, and he helps this team win.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Marion kicks to Gay. On the wing, Brooks. They get it again. Jeffries, the pass to Higgins. And stolen by Love. From half court, no luck. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Lakers lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and to help them get their job done tonight. Raptors trail by 4. Now here's Brooks. Brooks gets the screen from Higgins. Brooks, the pass to Higgins. Marion left side. 6 on the shot clock. The dish now to Gay. From outside the arc. That's good. Gay's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Raptors.
They're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Love with the screen on Brooks. Back to Love. The shot, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Now here's Brooks. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Lillard against Brooks. Lillard attacking. The shot from the low post is good. And the Lakers lead by 3.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Toronto calls timeout. They're losing by 3. 1:41 left to play in the final quarter. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
On the pass to Higgins. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Back to Marion to tie it up. And it's good.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
So it's the Lakers now. And Lillard gets to DeRozan. He passes it to Gasol. DeRozan with a screen for Gasol. Rebound by the Raptors. Jeffers got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Marion with the drive. Marion left side. Gay to take the lead. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you take a guy like Gay, he's got that long wingspan, and so he uses it at both ends of the floor. Offensively, he'll shoot over the top, but on defense, he can cover so much ground with that length and athleticism.
Well, he just doesn't use it defensively, Steve. Offensively, that length is an asset as well. You know, he extends well on his jump shot, bounces off the floor with it, and can finish at the rim when he gets into the teeth of the defense.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them the lead.
I'd be disappointed not to have converted all of them, but he did get the big ones to give them the lead.
Lillard gets the screen from Leonard. Out to DeRozan. Buries it.
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big, big moment in this game.
Marion pushes the Brooks for 3. The rebound by the Lakers.
He can't get anything to drop, and the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
First one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a 3 can tie it. Still a chance, but they've got to score here.
Yeah, every possession is necessary.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
First one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 3. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, they've got two options here. They can go for the three and the tie, or the quick two and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick two. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Here's Brooks. Dishes it to Gay. Back to Brooks.
Pick it out! Pick it out!
And there's the feed to Gay. Marion. There's the triple. Buries the triple! Oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. And the Lakers call time here. Five seconds left to play here in the fourth. From long range. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. We've got overtime action now, folks. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on our sideline, and this is Kevin Hart. Brooks kicks to Gay. Fires from the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Lillard with it, guarded now by Aaron Brooks. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Free throw off from Gasol. Toronto trailing. Brooks, the pass to Marion. Gay. Back to Marion. The three. DeRozan with the rebound.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Raptors shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Brooks dishes to Gay. Brooks with a screen on Leonard. Gay gets a screen from Higgins. Gay passes to Higgins, and the layup's good off the glass.
And he's man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Lakers shooting about 33%. Not happy with the play on that end. And Lillard kicks to Love. Back to Lillard. Love with the screen for Lillard. DeRozan shot off the screen. Outside Leonard. He dishes it to DeRozan. Over Marion.
Good! And that's what you love to do as the road team, Kevin. Hit the big shot to take the crowd right out of it.
Well, they've done that for sure.
They sure have. And that shot right there had a huge effect on this crowd.
Gay gets a screen from Marion. The drive by Gay. Rips it down. And the foul. They get Marc Gasol.
Well, the pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
What a clutch performance. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does.
Now, here's Lillard. Back to Love. It falls!
Kevin, that was so clutch. Now they really need a defensive stand.
Here's Miriam. Pass to Higgins. He kicks it to Gay. He's covered by Leonard. The 11-footer.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 1. 5 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
It's game time now, Kevin. Down 1. They've got enough time to make a couple of passes here to find the open man, but they've got to bury the shot to win the game.
Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Stolen by Brooks. And for the big win by Toronto in a tight game. Clark, what a game.
Yeah, they kept their cool, stayed with the game plan, and that's why they came out on top.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gay.
Coming up next, it's going to be the Charlotte Bobcats up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And without any further ado, let's head to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew at the arena. I'll be back at halftime.
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside my broadcast partners, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting 5 for both teams. First, for the Bobcats, Austin out there with Williams. And at the center position, the 7-foot big man from Kingston, Jamaica, Jerome Jordan. Rookie season underway. First start. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and it's May in at the power forwards position. And then for the Minnesota Timberwolves, And at the pivot, a bruising and physical 6'11", 290-pound center. A battering ram in Pekovic. And it's Turk Yilmaz in at the 4 spot.
Well, you know, this last offseason, the Bobcats announced their intention to change the team name to the Hornets, reclaiming the name of the original Charlotte franchise that left for New Orleans in 2002.
And just like New Orleans chose a name, the Pelicans, that has local significance, the Hornets, a historical reference to Charlotte's rebellious fighting spirit during the American Revolution. Steve, you were just telling me about this. Fascinates you.
It does. I'm an American history buff, Kevin, and I'm also an NBA history buff. And you think back to the Hornets in Charlotte originally, they sold out for 9 straight seasons. So the Hornets nickname absolutely belongs in Charlotte.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Shumpert off the pick from Turk Yilmaz. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way. Ty Lawson out of North Carolina in his 5th season has really improved his playmaking in the league. Every year he's increased his number of assists and his rate of assists, rather, and I love his speed as well.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Pass to Chandler. This one for 3. That drops. Chandler's got himself on the board with 3 there. And Lawson's becoming more of a playmaker. Clark, he's also upping his scoring every year, so I'll throw it to you guys right now. You know, where is this kid going?
Well,
Steve?
Yeah, I'll take this. I mean, I think he's become an elite-level point guard. And for Denver to take that next step, you know, that's what it's going to take. He's going to have to become their Derrick Rose, their Tony Parker. And I think Lawson is on his way to doing that. I'll tell you what, Kevin, Lawson is playing with more and more confidence every time I see him play. A consistent threat in transition, we know, because of his incredible speed. But he's developed that outside game to go along with it.
And we know that speed kills, and his quickness is lethal. I mean, when he's in top gear, it's very difficult to stay in front of him. And despite being only 5'11", the explosiveness and strength allow him to finish strong inside. You know, the Wolves were devastated by injuries last year, guys, but they still did all right up here in Minneapolis. 20-21 at home, not great, but considering the injuries, a pretty solid home record.
Good on both. And back to Minnesota, they were a sneaky pick to get into the playoffs at the beginning of last year, but so much can change in the course of the season, Steve. Namely injuries for the Timberwolves.
No doubt. You know, Kevin Love going down. I mean, that hurt them. Ricky Rubio in and out of the lineup. But there's no question when you look at the roster, some of the moves they made in the offseason, it's a pretty talented team.
And Pekovic backs down. Just 2 to shoot. Shumpert. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws.
You know, one of the big things that Iman Shumpert brings to the team is his pressure defensively on the perimeter. When you have a guard like him who can go out and bother ball handlers, it can really take an opponent out of its offense.
First one falls for him. And Shumpert had that ACL tear in the 2012 playoffs, but after missing the first month and a half, you know, Clark, I thought he bounced back pretty well.
I'd say he did. I mean, there was some concern. His game is really predicated on his athleticism at this point, but he looked pretty good. Not a great outside shooter, but he cut his turnovers down and showed he could still elevate for some spectacular finishes and was not bad shooting the ball from the three-point line. Guys, we know it was a struggle last season for the Timberwolves, but against the Eastern Conference, they were pretty competitive. Nearly had a 500 record against teams from the East.
Williams for 3. The shot no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Pekovic with a screen. On the wing, Chandler. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. Well, back to the Timberwolves. That's a marked improvement over how they've done, Steve, over the past few seasons.
Yeah, the last few years, that's easily the best winning percentage the Wolves have had against the Eastern Conference. And they won't want to take much from last season to this one, but maybe that's something at least they can carry over and try to build on.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Bobcats shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
And he makes the first. And the Bobcats with the new group in. Both free throws good from May. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Tucker. 15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Chandler's shot, good. And it's the Bobcats with the ball. Sessions with it. Misses from close range.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Bobcats up by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've been watching your guys with the Bobcats, what do you two see?
Well, they've been getting to the foul line here an awful lot. The aggressive play really paying off.
Yeah, and you know what? It also helps to put the mute button on the crowd. I mean, when you methodically score at the line, that can put those fans on their hands.
The Timberwolves trail. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, thank you. This summer, the Charlotte Bobcats signed former 4-time All-Star Mark Price as an assistant coach with a focus on improving the team's shooting. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist had actually made the suggestion for the team to hire a shooting coach. Guys, when they drafted MKG, they talked about a building block, someone who'd help create a culture of work. A great example there. He's focused on his weakness and being proactive to address it.
You said it, Doris. Thanks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go. Kidd-Gilchrist has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Bobcats.
Well, one thing that Byron Mullins added last year was a three-point shot, and he wasn't shy at all about trying it out. I mean, it was still a work in progress, and right now I think it's a part of his game.
Shumpert passes to Kuzmic. Tucker. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A drive by Shumpert.
Even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw, good. Shumpert. The Bobcats making a change here. And both free throws good for Shumpert. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Sessions. Here's May. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
Timberwolves trailed by 3.
Well, for the Bobcats, some tough luck in the lottery the last few seasons. They had the worst record in 12, but they missed out on Anthony Davis. The second worst record last season, but they fell to the 4th pick. And they need so much help, but the lottery fortune hasn't gone their way.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And Clark, you mentioned the struggles last year for the Bobcats. Last season, the worst defense, 2nd worst in rebounding, and Steve, the 3rd worst in offense.
They just didn't have enough talent. It's been a long struggle for this team the last few years, and the roster is starting to grow. It's starting to build, but there's still a lot of work to be done in Charlotte.
Free throw good. Sessions.
You know, for a guy drafted in the 2nd round, Ramon Sessions has carved out really an outstanding career. A smooth operator offensively. He keeps defenders off balance and has a great knack for drawing fouls. And I like the fact he knows how to use his size in getting to the rim and drawing fouls.
The Bobcats making a switch here. Mullins is checked in. And so Sessions nails both of them. Well, going back to Sessions, you know, he's got nice size for a point guard, I think.
Probably about 6'1", but, you know, he's got good speed. He's been a productive point guard in the league, bounced around a little bit. But one thing you know is that he will produce for you when he's out on the floor.
Here's Cheeks. On the wing, Shumpert. Shumpert off the pick from Cheeks. Shumpert. That misses off the backboard. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Sessions passes to May. No good. Nice D from McKenzie. Timberwolves trailed by 5. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Tucker dishes to Shumpert. And out of bounds as the Bobcats gain possession. The Bobcats making a switch here. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. 1 second left. Leaps for it. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Bobcats lead by 5. And it's time now for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll be back shortly to get the second half underway.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's a good one going on out in Minnesota. Glad to have you with us for our halftime show. The Bobcats taking care of business. They've been aggressively attacking the rack and getting a lot of points right at the rim. Ty Lawson making the most of his minutes. They've also been getting some great help from Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. On the Timberwolves side of things, they're managing to hang around. And defensively, they've done a good job grabbing rebounds, limiting second chances. A nice first half turned in by Iman Shumpert. They aren't exactly eye-catching numbers, but don't be fooled. He's came to play, and he's leading them towards a victory in this one. And that'll be our report. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. We've seen Ty Lawson really having a great game.
Well, guys, what he gives this team is an edge. I mean, he gets into the arena, he just lights it up, and I thought that first half, he really had it rolling.
You know, he doesn't just give them an edge. He gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. I mean, he's a special player to have around.
Timberwolves trailed by 5. Right side, Shumpert. The dish is to Bekovic. He's against Jordan. Shumpert with the screen for Bekovic. And the shot is good. Bekovic has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Timberwolves. And so here's Charlotte.
Well, you know, when you're a team that's young and can't score, it's hard to win anywhere, especially on the road, though. The Bobcats just were often overmatched when they were on the road.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. Going back to the Bobcats on the road, it was definitely their undoing as they ended up with a league-worst 6 road wins on the season. That's just unacceptable.
Yeah, but it's just reality, too. I mean, when you don't have players who can score and attack and create offensively, you're going to struggle on the road. And they just didn't have anybody who's capable of carrying their team through the inevitable adversity that hits when you're on the road.
And it's Shumpert penetrating, and the shot is good. Shumpert's got 6.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Lawson with a screen on Shumpert. Lawson right side. Back to Williams. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. 6 on the shot clock.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bobcats. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. And the Bobcats lead by 6.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper, and that was the key to that play.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. A minute 42 left to play here in the third. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Shoots off the step back. And the jumper is good. Shumpert's got 4 this quarter.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
And here is Williams. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 5. No good. Great tee that time from Iman Shumpert. Inside, here's Bernard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he was up over the 80% mark from the free throw line last year. I'm sure he was pretty happy with those numbers.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
He misses the free throw. The Bobcats making a switch here. And he sinks the second. Here's Lawson. 7 points in the game. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Williams. To the paint. Here's Buchanan. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And the Bobcats lead by 5. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Chandler outside. Pass to Bernard. Back to Chandler. There's the three. The offensive rebound. Kuzmic. Here's Cheeks. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Bobcats leading by 5. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. And so it looks like the Bobcats will retain possession here. The Bobcats making a change here. Mullins off a pick from Williams. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Lawson. 5 on the clock. Ripped away. Here's Cheeks. No good. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Bobcats. They're up by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bobcats.
Guys, they've done a nice job of drawing countless fouls in this game, and as a result, they've gotten a ton of points at the line.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
Bobcats leading by 5. He dishes it to Lawson. Chandler with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Kicks to Pekovic. Timberwolves passing it around. Pekovic with a screen on Lawson. Just 5 to shoot. Roller. Defended by Kid Gilchrist. Gets it to go.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
The Bobcats shooting the ball really well in this game. 58%. There's the pick. Here's Garrison. Nailed from three-point land. And the Bobcats lead by 6.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
There's the pass to Bernard. Cannot hit. Bobcats leading by 6. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. And the layup's good off the glass.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 8. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Rick Adelman as he addressed his team. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here. See if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Now the feed to Pekovic. Pass to Bernard. On the wing, Chandler. Drains the three-pointer.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Bobcats leading by 5. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Lawson. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Outside for Lawson. 5 to shoot. The shot is off. And Minnesota now the other way. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bernard, defended by Kid Gilchrist. No good from Bernard. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
And no need to rush it. Just play smart, get a good shot, make sure it's a well-executed offensive possession.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Five seconds left in the fourth. Chandler lets it go with the three. They grab their own miss. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
So that means they've got to be very careful with the basketball right now.
Lawson drives in. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. 4 on the shot clock. Goes up to the stripe. No good from Lawson.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're trailing by 3. 3 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
It's really hard to get an open look at a 3 in this situation because the defense knows you need it and they're swarming you the whole time. However, they've got to get it done if they hope to tie the game.
Boy, a 3 here would be huge.
Yeah, a chance to tie it up and make it even with the game on the line.
So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
Nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris, this is Kevin Hart. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Michael Kid Gilchrist.
facing off against the elites. And now we're going to send you on out to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Enjoy all the action. facing off against the elites. And now let's send you over to my friend Kevin Harlan and the rest of our 2K Sports crew already at the arena.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And joining us a bit later from the sideline, Doris Burke. So off the tip, it's the Stars. The Beast passes to Lewis. Aguilar passes it to the Beast. Lewis outside. Here's the Beast. 6 to shoot. Lewis attacking. Here's Aguilar. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up.
And he's a screen setter, Kevin. It's something that's very underrated, but you watch him. If you lock in on him, you'll see all the screens he sets, ball screens, lateral screens away from the basket. He's got them all down, and then he's got the ability also to roll to the rim and finish.
And something else everybody loves about him is his ability to do this sensational and spectacular. His dunks simply defy description at times.
Feeds to Drakos. Number 2. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
We're about 1 minute into the first. The pass to the Beast. Kicks it to Lee. From downtown. Cannot hit. Now the Elites take it the other way. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to catch up with head coach of the Elites. Relying on their outside marksmanship is one thing he's comfortable with in this matchup. He said that his team can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the league when it comes to shooting from distance, and that he won't pull the reins back on the shooters at all tonight, guys. We'll see how we go.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the 3-ball.
And the Stars have possession. After the made shot from Price. Pass to the Beast. The Stars need to get off a shot. Shot's good by Lee.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And it's the Elites with the ball. The feed to Okoye. Defended by Aguiar. Dishes to Trice. Number 2. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. On defense, the Elites. Number 13. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. He feeds it to Okoye. The dish to Drakos. It's rebounded by the Beast.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Passes it to Aguilar. Back to Lewis. Here's the Beast, defended by Drakos. The shot's good from the Beast. The Elites trail by 4. He dishes it to Trice. Backs him down. He kicks it to Drakos. Just 5 to shoot. The Elites need to get off a shot to stop the run. Offensive rebound, number 25. Good D by Lee.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
He passes to Aguilar. Here's the Beast. And there's the call on Dimitris Drakos. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Number 13, defended by Trice. Back at 4. Number 13. And the rebound goes to the Elites. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Feeds it to Trice. Lets it go with the 3. Hits the bucket. Here's Lewis. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Lewis gets a screen from Aguilar. There's Lee with the 3. Shot is off. The Elites trailing. Kicks to Drakos. The pass to Trice.
To make it 3. He really made that mismatch pay off. The defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Now Lee. Pass to Aguilar. Back to Lee. Jacks up a 3. Lee with another miss.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Now the feed to Trice. Puts up the baby hook. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Stars trailing. Number 13, defended by Drakos. Passes it to the Beast. Dishes it to Lee. Lewis outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
He feeds it to Trice. One's good. Trice has got 7 points. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch. And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
They set the pick. The dish to Drakos. Down low. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 3-point Elite lead.
Off to a really solid start. He's knocked down 4 of his first 5 shots.
That's good. He's got 5.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
He dishes it to Okoye. And the rejection by Aguilar. Lewis attacking. And there's the pass to the Beast. Number 13. The shot is off. The Elites go the other way with it. He kicks it to Trice. Feeds to Okoye. From 10 feet out, and the shot is long. Lee with the ball. For the three. And the rebound goes to the Elites. Kicks it to Drakos. He passes to Okoye. The feed to Drakos. Number 25, covered by Lee. Pass to the Beast. Back to Lee. Lewis outside. Pass to Lee. There's the triple. They'll get another chance. That gives them the lead. The Beast's got his second basket of the game.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
He's one of the tougher players you'll ever see. Sometimes he comes away from games pretty banged up, but you'll never hear him complain about it or let it affect his performance.
The Elites with the ball. Pass to Okoye. And he uses the glass on the layup. Okoye's got his first bucket in this one.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Lewis gets a screen from Aguilar. Lewis outside. Dishes it to Lee. Number 13. A three-pointer is right on target. 5 points in the game. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Yeah, back and forth start for sure. This game is setting up to be awfully competitive.
Lewis with it. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Doubled by Okoye. And some changes here for the Stars. .11 seconds left here in the first quarter. Fires from deep. No good on that last second attempt here. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Elites lead by 1. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. All right, now a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Elites.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing well close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight.
And so, here are the Elites. Here's the screen. At 6. Shoots from the corner, and that one's good. The Elites lead by 3. The pass to Castro. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. And so, here are the Elites. Number 22, defended by Santos. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries from 10. That's good on the jump shot.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
So it's the Stars now. They trail by 3. Pass to Rosario. Castro. Three-pointer. Blocked. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played. Number 22. Defended by Santos. as the Stars gain possession.
3 seconds on the shot clock.
The Stars trail by 3. Passes to Rosario. Castro. Here's the 3. No up. Now the Elites take it the other way. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Number 3 on target from 13 feet. And it's a 5-point Elite lead. So it's the Stars now. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They're knocking down the open shots and really getting a nice flow to their game.
They swipe it. Tries to stop the cold streak, and the shot is good.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Six on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. They get it back. Number 22, defended by Rosario. Ball's knocked loose. Puts it up from 17. That drops.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And it's the Elites with the ball after the made shot from Castro. Number 3 sinks the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
And the pass to Rosario. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Elites leading by 4. Number 22, defended by Santos. Number 6. Number 3 off target. Castro passes to Santos. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Out of bounds, the Stars will take possession. The Stars making the switch here. Pass to Stanley. He passes it to Aguilar. 5 on the clock. Goes up the baseline. And there's the rejection. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. The Elites leading. Number 5. And the rejection by Aguiar. Passes it to Stanley. There's the lob to the hoop. An emphatic alley-oop jam. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Stars.
Boy, great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
Yeah, another thing they've done well tonight, Steve, a lot of steals in the first half, really getting after it defensively.
And it's the Elites with the ball after the made shot from Aguiar. Number 5, defended by Rosari. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Elites have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
At the line for 2.
The Elites making a switch here. Okoye's checked in. And so he hits both. The Stars trailing. They set the pick. Here's Stanley. Gets the three-pointer to fall. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
Steve, so close.
Well, such a seesaw affair back and forth. I mean, this has been an unbelievable game to watch.
A terrific shot on a turnaround. Okoye's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it. That's some more rugged play from them inside. And a decent edge and rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
And so, here are the Elites. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Okoye's got 4 points this quarter.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Now the pass to Stanley. And by Okoye. Number 24, defended by Stanley.
2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. Number 5. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. 6 points for him.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. The Stars making a switch here. .29 left to play in the first half. The shot's good from Stanley.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Trice with it. He's got 11. He feeds it to Drakos. There's the dish to Trice. Just 4 to shoot. Rebounded by the Stars.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Stanley, the pass to Aguilar. A jump hook. That misses off the backboard.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
He dishes it to Drakos. And the basket good. And the Elites lead by 4.
They're taking so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
Stanley cans it from downtown. He's got 6.
He's got his legs underneath him because he's having a heck of a quarter.
Fires the 3. There's the bucket.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
And we're through 2 here. A good one. He's ahead, up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You have to like what we've been seeing from Trice.
It didn't take long to see what kind of game he was going to have today. He came out very aggressively and had a terrific first half.
You know, you look at his shot chart, it's all graped up. I mean, he's right at the rim. He's driving the lane again and again.
And it's the elites with the ball. After the miss from Aguilar. He kicks to Trice. Feeds it to Drakos. Here's Okoye. Soft touch off the pass. Okoye's got the first basket of the second half here for the elites. Lewis gets a screen from Aguilar. Lee outside. Kicks it to Lewis. Back to Lee. Number 13. Good on the triple. He's got 8.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. They gave him a wide open look there.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. The feed to Trice. Number 2. And against the elites from deep.
The bounce pass was the key to the play.
The Stars trailed by 6. Lewis gets a screen from the Beast. It counts, and the foul. That one on Drakos.
That is a tough layup with a guy right on him. Good defense, but better offense.
The Stars shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Free throw, no good. The elites leading by 4. Now Trice, 11 points in the game. Dishes it to Drakos. Pass to Trice. Unloads. Nice D from the Beast. The Stars trail by 4. Doubled by Trice. 11 feet away. And a pick comes off the rim, but it sinks right in. 8 points for the Beast.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Passes it to Drakos. Number 25. Target from 3-point range. Gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing, doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does, and now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
And it's the elites with the ball. After the missed 3 from Lee. There's the pass to Trice. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by the Beast. The Beast's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Lewis. Lee outside for the lead. Lee with another miss. The Elite's leading. He feeds it to Okoye. Now the dish to Trice. He kicks it to Okoye. Shot clock at 5. Feeds it to Trice to end the drought. But they recover it. And Lewis comes to help. He dishes it to Drakos. Rebounded by the Stars.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Now here's Trice. 11 points in the game. There's a good screen. Drakos, kick for Okoye. 6 to shoot. Drains the 3-point. 12 points for him.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Lewis outside. Pass to Aguilar. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Elites. Drakos has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Number 2, Lewis covering. Kicks to Okoye. Got a piece of it. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. The Stars making a switch here. Number 25. 4 on the clock. Rejected by Santos. Right side, Lee takes a 3. Shot is off.
He's playing selfishly now, guys. He's just trying to get as many shots up as he can. Doesn't look at all concerned about his teammates.
The feed now to Trice. And he drops him the layup off the glass. Trice has got 13. The Stars trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They're going to find something, you're right. Passes it to Sanchez. Gets it to go.
Oh, a beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
Gets it to go.
Absolutely on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's where he's getting his point.
Lee outside. The pass to Sanchez. Back to Lee. Lets it go from deep. That's good. Lee's got 6 points.
He had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on it.
The Elites leading by 5.
Baby, let's get one more.
Dishes to Trice. Number 2, defended by Castro. He feeds it to Trice. Clock at 6. Drakos. It's rebounded by the Beast. The Beast's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Takes the 3. Another 3 for the Stars. He kicks to Trice. The dish now to Drakos. Number 2, covered by Lee. Releases. And Drakos gets it to the line. Drakos has got 6. The Stars trail by 4. Pass to the Beast. Defended by Drakos. The jump hook. That went off the back iron and out.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Number 4. There's a minute 40 left in the third. Here's the Beast. Tipped it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. The Beast's got 9 points now in just the second half.
That's purely a hustle play there. Getting to the offensive glass for the tip in, well done.
And that's, a quality you see any strong offensive rebounder possess. And we saw it right there.
Yeah, it's the anticipation more than anything. It's understanding where that ball is going before anybody else on the floor there.
107 left to play in the third. Number 4. And it's sent back by Demetrius Chokos. And out of bounds as the Elites gain possession. The Stars making a switch here. The Elites leading by 5. 51 seconds left to play here in the third. Number 22, defended by Rosario. 5 to shoot. Number 24 knocks down this rebound. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Pass to Rosario. This one for 3, and that one's good. 5 points in the game. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. The 3. No good. Heaves it up. Can't get it to go. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Elites lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated. There's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Elites.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Boy, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Elites, number 22. 2 shots.
And the first one goes. And the Elites making a change here. So he gets them both. And the Stars have possession. 7-point differential. Puts one up. No good from Stanley.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
And it's the Elites with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. And he banks it away. The Stars trail by 9. Passes to Rosario. No good from outside.
9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Number 9. Number 5. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
He's checked in for the Stars. The Elites leading by 6. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Number 3. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
And he can't get the first one. And the Elites making a change here. And he sinks the second. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Stanley. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's special because he lives for the big moments. Fearless. I mean, he will take any big shot down the stretch. He wants the ball in his hands.
And here's another thing about him, Steve. Every time he gets his hands on the ball in the backcourt, he's a one-man fast break.
And it's the Elites with the ball. After the three-pointer from Stanley. Just 5 on the clock. Number 25. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem.
Pass to Stanley. Launches it. Can't hit. The Elites go the other way with it.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Now, here's Okoye. Tipped. I guess about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Number 5, defended by Aguiar. 6 to shoot. Feeds to Okoye. The 10-footer. And that one's good. And now a 9-point Elite lead. Okoye's gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Lets it go from 14. And he goes in for the dunk.
We knew what was going to happen with that one when he got his hands on it.
Yeah, you know, if the ball comes to him off the offensive boards, Clark, it's going to go back down hard.
It's amazing how many points he salvages for his team.
And it's the Elites with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Number 3 lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Passes to Stanley. Puts up a 3. The Elites pull it in.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
And so, here are the Elites. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. To the inside. The Blazers check in for the Stars. The Stars on defense. Here's Okoye. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play.
For your release, Ika Okoye. Shooting one.
The Stars trail by 12. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Lee, that's good.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
He dishes it to Drakos. Rocket 6. Out of bounds. The Stars will take possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
So it's the Stars now. They trail by 9 points. Castro passes to the Beast. Lee beyond the arc. Elites with the rebound. Okoye's got 6 rebounds now in the game. No good from the Beast. The Elites leading by 9. Kicks it to Okoye. Unloads from 9. Number 3, defended by Aguiar. 4 on the shot clock. Number 3, picked away. Pass to Lee. Castro, there's the 3. Gets it to go. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
The shot from the low post is good. And the Elites lead by 8. Now the Stars with it. Back to Lee. He passes to Castro. Lee left side. Shot clock at 6. And here's the call on Dimitris Drakos. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Trice is checked in for the Elites. Now a timeout called by the Stars. After wide goal share from Trice.
He just continues to light him up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Stars was trying to get across in their huddle. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
And the Stars have possession. 8-point game. Castro passes to Aguiar. And by Okoye. Number 2, defended by Castro. And there's the feed to Trice. Dishes to Okoye. 6 to shoot. Some solid defense from Aguiar.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
No good from Castro.
I think the lead they've built here, guys, is in large part due to what they've done on the boards.
Absolutely. I mean, they have a +10 advantage in rebounds, and they've been in total control of the backboard.
And it's the Elites with the ball. After the missed 3 from Castro. Okoye kicks to Drakos. No luck. Great D that time from Aguiar. The Stars trail by 8. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot
2 shots.
free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Those free throws edge them a little closer. A couple of stops on defense, and they might not be down for long.
The Elites leading by 6. He feeds it to Trice. He kicks it to Okoye. Little turnaround, and that one's good. Time call here. The Stars decide to track it over. They're down by 8. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Goes to the Elites. They held a 12-point lead early. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Broncos kick to Okoye. Just 5 to shoot. Hits the jumper. And it's a 10-point Elite lead.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Out of bounds, the Elites take possession.
Still Elite ball. 16.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Inside, Broncos. Good! They got on this one a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Out of bounds, the Stars will take possession. And it's a completely new group for the Elites. .40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Aguiar passes to Castro. Number 13. And they're going to drop the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
29 seconds left in the game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Number 24. 2 shots.
First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the Elites will go with a different look here. That's good, Dan. 1-2 from the line. That makes it a 7-point lead. Time call here. The Stars decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Defense making the switch here. 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lee outside. Lets the three fly. Nails it. And now they trail by just 4.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been damaged.
But you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And they've got to score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste at all.
And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. And both at the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
Watch free throws there to ensure that they're going to go home with the W.
Now the pass to the Beast. That threw off the mark. So it's the Elites taking the W in a close one. And Clark, it was quite a nail biter.
That was tight. Their guys were able to come up